Hey everyone, welcome to the Breakthrough Entrepreneurs Show, where we empower entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, high performers, business owners to overcome the challenge of work life balance, burnout, break bad, old, unhealthy, negative habits, behaviors, build new habits, create new rituals, new routines. I'm your host, Muhammad Faraj, and today our topic is build healthy habits to improve your energy, sleep, and entrepreneurial success. We as entrepreneurs, we talk a lot about strategies, productivity, about time management, or building and growing our business. But the most important factor of being healthy, of working from our full potential, of improving our performance, our productivity, our focus is our quality of sleep. Our health is determined by the quality of the sleep that we get each night. Because the truth is, if you're not getting good, sufficient quality sleep, odds are you will end up or you will set yourself to exhaustion, tiredness, feeling brain fog or mental fatigue or frustration. You get negative thoughts, negative emotions. So why don't we improve our sleep? Why don't we build better, healthy habits around our evening routine, our around our sleep? That way, when we wake up in the morning, we instead of feeling self doubts or feeling negative or worried or anxiety about our business, our future, our entrepreneurship, we can feel happier, energized, active, motivated, enthusiastic, and ready to tackle those tasks, those projects, ready to accomplish, ready to make progress, ready to get things done, ready to show up for our business, for our families, for the loved ones, with so much enthusiasm, with so much vitality, with so much happiness, so much energy, because sleep is very powerful. And when you get good quality, sufficient sleep, your next day will be awesome, will be wonderful. You will feel much healthier, much happier, and you will not get distracted by any negative thoughts, any negative emotions, feelings, or anything else. So, so many entrepreneurs they make the mistakes of, oh, I'm gonna work all day. I'm gonna stay up late. I'm gonna work until night, and I will not stop working. So many entrepreneurs they make the mistake of they're still sitting on their devices, they're ignoring their relationships, their families, they're ignoring their health, they're ignoring their habits, they're ignoring their well-being by just staying up late and working late nights, thinking that they're achieving, thinking that they're accomplishing, thinking that they're making progress. For example, I have this friend that owned a company which it was an elementary school. So this woman, I used to see her, she would work many late hours, and I would tell her like, why are you doing this? Why are you working so late? Isn't that enough that you've been working from 7 8 in the morning, and you're still working when where everyone is resting, relaxing, spending time with their families, enjoying their relationships, enjoying their health? Why would you work so many hours? Why would you stay so up late? I mean, if it's emergency, if it's like exceptional, like if there is very important meeting or conference or event that you are preparing and maybe you missed time during the day, maybe you were busy, maybe you have so many stuff, maybe someone in your team or one of your employers are sick or got injured and you need to work, you need to replace them. But that's very exceptional and that's very rare and it doesn't happen so often. But my friend, we're not zombies, we're not Draculas, we're human beings, we're not machines, we're not robots. So, working from early in the morning up until late night, that's not good for you. That's not good for your health. You are impacting your health, you're impacting your back, you're impacting your body, you're putting so much pressure than your body handles. So working up until late night after, I don't know, 22, 23, 24 o'clock p.m. at night, that's not healthy, that's not good. No doctor, no one, no coach, no mentor would recommend you do this. And know that, or be aware that this is a bad habit. You're setting yourself up for a failure, because if your body doesn't get sufficient sleep, if you're not giving your body an opportunity to rest, to relax, to sleep, then you are exaggerating. You are pushing so hard on yourself. Yes, maybe you are completing that task, maybe you are completing that project, maybe you are moving a little forward in your business, but just so you know, and tell me you didn't do this, I didn't say this, in the future you will end up with so many injuries, many healthy problems. And you know why? Because you ignored your health, because you ignored your habits, because you ignored your brain's health, because you ignored your sleep, you skipped sleep, you kept skipping your habits, your health, your sleeping for months, for years, and then you will pay the price in the future. This will cost you a lot. It will cost you so many healthy problems, because we humans, we need to go to bed on time, we need to regulate our sleep, we need to make sure that we get good sufficient sleep, because you have many hours during the day that you are working. Maybe you are busy with conferences, meetings, calls, maybe you are working on various tasks, projects, so you are using so much energy, you are using so much effort, so much time during the day. So on the evening, your body signals to you that it's time to sleep, it's time to rest for me. Give me an opportunity, give me a chance to rest, to sleep, so I can operate with full potential, so I have the ability to do whatever you order me to do. So you need to learn to listen to your body. So this is a very, very bad habit where so many entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, high performers, business owners, they make the mistake that, okay, if I got busy during the day, or if I didn't complete those tasks, those projects on my to-do list, or maybe I had meeting or conference, that means I will ignore my relationships. That means I will ignore my family, the loved ones. I won't spend time with them. And I will ignore my sleep. I won't get sufficient sleep. I won't be going to bed early. I will stay up late working on the business. And when you say that your business is the most important thing in your life, that is a big failure, because yeah, maybe you're building that or launching or growing that business, but on the other side, just so you know, you're losing your relationships, you are weakening your relationships with your family instead of strengthening it. You are impacting your health, you are exhausting your body, you are putting so much pressure than your body handles. And when you don't listen to your body, you will see so many problems, healthy problems appear. So you are even ignoring your mindset, you are ignoring your clarity. So stop this habit, break this bad habit of thinking that working late at nights will bring you more progress, more success into your life. But in the reality is, you are making a big mistake, and this mistake will have a consequences not only for yourself, for your health, but for your business, for your relationships, for your family, because you are building and growing a business, but you are losing relationships, you are losing your health, you are losing your mindset. So we as entrepreneurs, we need to always make sure that we protect our bedtime, because I'm telling you from my own personal experience, where I used to hang out with people. I had not start my business. I was a programmer student, so I was taking courses and studying programming or computer science. But I used to hang out with people. I used to stay very up late at night. I did not care about my sleep. I did not care about my health. I did not know back then how sleep is powerful, how much I'm impacting my own health by not going to bed on time, by not regulating my sleep. So I used to hang out with people that I was surrounded with that had similar bad habits. We would ignore sleep. We would stay up late and hang out, enjoy, talk, chat, or play games, watch movies, watch shows, or talk, or play different games like video games. Or even when I was at home alone, I would ignore my sleep by scrolling on social media, watching YouTube, watching movies, watching Netflix, or I would call a friend and talk to him for, I don't know, 2 3 hours late at night. Like I was impacting my own life, my healthy life, and I was impacting even my friend's healthy life, because he would stay up late with me, because I was the one who called him and I am the one who talks with him. So I was impacting even his health, because he wouldn't be stay that up late if I wouldn't call him. So I would chat with people, or I had this bad habit of just sitting on my device without any blue light glasses, any blue light protection. I would sit on my device up late until, I don't know, 12, 1, 2, 3 p.m. during the night. And I would just scroll on images, memories, and while listening to music or play games or watching a show or movie or sport events. And I was living a messed up life. I was living a terrible life. I was sick and tired of that unhealthy life, because imagine going to bed at 1, 2, 3 o'clock, ignoring my sleep, ignoring my future, ignoring my goals, my dreams, ignoring my relationships, ignoring my healthy life, ignoring my mindset instead of protecting my mindset. Imagine how would I feel the next day? Like a zombie. I swear God, I would wake up late in the morning feeling negative, tired, hopeless, very, very anxious, tired, exhausted, barely can walk, barely can move, sweating, and sleep deprivative. I would feel so negative about life. I would feel an anxiety about my future. I was feeling terribly because I was ignoring my health. I would stay up late just to do some programming or computer science tasks or assignments. Or a friend would call me and explain to me concepts or stuff about coding, about programming, and I would stay up late with them just to finish that project, just to finish that assignment. But I was destroying my healthy life. I was setting myself up for a big failure. So I would waste so much time, so much energy, just simply by sticking with my bad habits, my unhealthy, negative, bad evening habits. So stop this habit and build new habits that energize you, that transform your life. Because if you have your old habits, if you are remaining in your old version, odds are you will never be healthy. You will never achieve success. You will never reach those goals that you set out for yourself. You will never be able to launch or grow that business or scale your company or your business. So, those bad habits, bad evening habits around your sleep time have a big impact and cost on your future, on your health. So one of the impact you get from lacking of sleep or not protecting your bedtime is that when you wake up in the morning, you feel negative, you feel so tired, exhausted, brain fog, mental fatigue, exhausted, frustrated, and you become very slow thinker. You're thinking so slow, it takes you so much time to think, to figure out things, to be creative, to solve problems. And the other emotional impact that you get, like irritability, frustration, feeling hopeless, feeling like your business is going to fail, you're not going to succeed, this is not going to work. So you get those negative thoughts, feelings, emotions when you are not protecting your bedtime, when you are not going to bed on time. So these are key questions that you could ask yourself every day, just to gain awareness, just to be aware of your evening habits, just to be aware that whether you are getting good sufficient sleep or are you impacting your healthy life. So for example, every day I want you to write down, journal, or ask yourself these questions like, am I going to bed on time? Am I getting enough sufficient sleep when I wake up during the day, during this week? What habits, what rituals do I need to build in my evening routine that will help me get good quality sleep so I can wake up in the morning feeling energized, feeling happy, feeling excited, and ready to start the day and work on my business? Am I getting better? Am I improving my sleep? Do I have a bad habit around my sleeping time? For example, if you are exposed too much to blue light, or if you are using devices right before you go to bed, are you regulating your sleep? Are you going to bed every day, every week at the same time? Are you building better evening habits? For example, winding, or like relaxation, mindful habits like journaling, meditation, or doing yoga or stretching before you go to bed? Are you doing visualization, visualizing your future, visualizing your goals achieved, your dreams became true? Are you visualizing the people that you are serving, that you're going to change their lives? So these are very important questions that you could ask yourself to be aware, to know that whether you are getting good quality sleep, whether you have good, healthy, positive habits around your evening routine, around your sleep area or not. If you do, then you are setting yourself for a successful, healthy, positive, fulfilled life. If you're not, that means you need to adjust. That means you need to work on your evening habits. That means you need to stick with your habits. If you have some bad negative habits, you need to add them to your non-negotiables list that I recommend almost in many episodes that I have published. Some of those habits needs to be in your non-negotiables list. For example, no blue light at least 1 hour or 2 hours before going to bed. No heavy meals. No snacking right before going to bed. And make sure that your room, the sleeping area, is free from devices. It's dark, it's cool, it's not that hot. Make sure that you are doing a good, healthy evening routine right before you start to sleep. That way you will sleep very comfortable and not feeling or negative or thinking negative or being any impacted by any thoughts. Because when you go to bed, when you start to sleep, your body needs to be relaxed, mindful, clear. That way your body will accept good quality sleep. And we need to create routines if we want to get good sufficient sleep. For example, your morning routine has a big positive impact on your sleep. Every time you wake up early in the morning and you expose yourself to this skylight, this natural light from the sky, you are improving your sleep. Every day you wake up in the morning, you do your morning routine by simply taking a walk or doing some outdoor or indoor running or doing your workout or training. You are getting good quality sleep on the evening, because science shows that your morning routine has a big value on your sleep. It helps you sleep a lot better. Same thing with the evening routine. You need to make sure that you create a good healthy evening routine where you are implementing good healthy positive rituals like meditation, journaling, stretching, doing yoga, relaxing. Make sure that you go to the gym or go out, do some running, move your body, let the dopamine hit kicks in your body. That way when you go to bed, you go to bed with joyful thoughts, you feel happy, you feel positive. So it clears out so many thoughts from the day, from events, from your work, from your business. So you go to bed, you sleep with clear mind, feeling mindful. The reason why I recommend healthy, positive morning routine and evening routines is because our habits influence our sleep. Our choices influence our well-being, our healthy life. So if we are implementing good, positive, healthy habits, choices, that means we are improving our healthy life. We are improving our business. We are improving our relationships. So we show up to our business. We show up to our families. We show up to our friends, to our future, feeling happy, energized, active, enthusiastic, feeling healthy, happy, fulfilled every day, every week, every month, and you will lead yourself to a big success in the future. So these are very important. And my friend, you need to protect your bedtime. Before going to bed, you need to make sure that nothing will lead you to be overriding your sleep schedule. You need to plan your sleep. You need to prepare yourself for going to bed. So nothing should override your sleeping schedule. If you set a time that you're going to bed at 22 p.m. or 22 3 p.m., depending on what time you usually go to bed, you need to make sure that nothing will impact that time. So no devices, no other social commitments should impact your bed. I had this habit before. I used to make this mistake where I used to be invited by friends or families, or I would go hang out with people or to events. And some of those people, they didn't have problem with sleeping. They would go to bed with bad habits very late, and they can wake up very late as well, maybe at 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, or even some of people, they can sleep until noon. But most people, they need to go to bed early. And because when we wake up early in the morning, we need to make sure that we have gotten a sufficient good quality sleep. Because if you're someone who wakes up early or even not too early, so if you're going to bed late, that means you have missed few hours of sleep. Because some people, they could sleep and wake up very late, but some people like me, for example, it doesn't matter what time I go to bed, I will wake up early. I mean, this is my body. This is like, it's something, it's my nature. It's my nature. It's natural. It's from childhood. I am used to waking up early. So it doesn't matter what time I go to bed, I will wake up early. So I need to make sure that I go to bed early if I want to wake up feeling happy, energized, active, healthy, instead of tired, exhausted, negative, or feeling burned out. So you need to protect your bedtime from other people's, from other activities influence, because if you are going to events or visiting people or staying up late, hanging out with friends or drinking all that, and you're going to bed very late, I promise you the next day will be a bad day for you, because you will be feeling exhausted, irritable, tired. You lose motivation, you lose clarity, you won't be able to work on your business, you won't be able to be productive, to focus, to be healthy. And one of the bad impact or negative impact of lacking of sleep or sleep deprivation is that the next day, instead of doing a healthy intermittent fasting where you are feeling energized and light in your body and high energy, so when you are lacking sleep or you have sleep deficiency, you will crave so much unhealthy, chunky fast food. The reason why so many times we get exposed or we crave unhealthy, chunky, oily, sugary fast food or bad, negative, unhealthy products is because we haven't got sufficient sleep, because we get sleep deprivation that leads us to just craving to open your refrigerator or going to your kitchen so often. But if you get sufficient sleep, you are maintaining a healthy life where you don't even feel hungry when you wake up in the morning. You don't want to eat breakfast. You want to delay your breakfast and do intermittent fasting, even if you are working, even if you have work to do. So break this habit of not listening to your body and build a better habit. So, and the other thing is, before, when you go to bed or on the evening, every time you get this signal or this sign that you start to feel sluggish or little tired or sleepy, you need to listen to your body. Your body is signaling to you that it's time to stop working and end the day and go to bed and sleep. So I used to have this very unhealthy, negative, bad habit of ignoring my body's signal. My body used to tell me, Muhammad, it's time to go to bed, it's time to go to sleep. But I used to ignore that signal. I used to ignore that sign, thinking that I'm doing a good job, thinking that I'm doing a better work. So do not ignore the signal from your body. Make sure that you listen to that signal in your body and go to bed as early as possible, so you wake up in the morning, you can accomplish more, you can make so much more progress, you can save so much time. Because the other thing about lacking sleep is that when we lack sleep or when we become sleep deprived, our performance decreases. We are so slow in our performance. Lack of sleep impacts a lot your performance. It impacts your productivity. It impacts your health. So it impacts even your thinking. So your pace becomes so slow. You are very slow when working. You're not productive. You're constantly getting distracted, procrastinated by social media or people or events, because you're not healthy, because you don't feel energized, you don't feel ready to be productive, to be ready to your work, to your business. So you get so easily distracted by answering emails or by getting distracted by notifications, because you didn't get sufficient sleep. So if we want to show up for our business, if we want to show up for our future, we need to get good quality sleep. We need to protect our bedtime. We need to plan our bedtime. We need to build positive, healthy habits. So one of the best decisions that you can make in your business, in your entrepreneurial life, is to go to bed on time, to make sure that you are improving your sleep, make sure that you are building good, healthy, positive habits around your sleep area. Because if we want to increase our energy, if we want to overcome exhaustion and burnout, if we want to avoid feeling mentally fatigued, brain fog, or emotionally negative, we need to make sure that we get good sufficient sleep. We need to make sure that we build ourselves by building better habits around our sleep area. Because when you become healthy, when you get good quality sleep, when you are improving your sleep, you are improving the way you think, the way you work, the way you make progress. You are improving your problem solving skills. You are increasing your energy. You are improving your creativity. So you become unstoppable entrepreneur when you are healthy, when you are implementing better habits around your entrepreneurial area. That's it. That's what I got for you in this episode. I hope you enjoyed watching or listening to this content. I've been working very hard to prepare this episode to help you transform your entrepreneurial life so you can break through both in your life and in your business and achieve success. Please do not forget to leave a review and follow me on iTunes or Spotify. My podcast called The Breakthrough Entrepreneurs. That way you will be notified. That way you will get a new episode, a new content every week to help you break through in your entrepreneurial life. And don't forget to download your free guide. It's called Build Better Habits, Reclaim Your Healthy Life. This guide will help you to start building habits, breaking old bad habits, track your habits, and transform your days. Thank you so much for listening or watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Bye, everyone. That wasn't bad. That wasn't bad. Oh my God.